Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monthly Mystic Messages. I'm Tanys Coughlan from the Twillo Lifestyle Community, Twillo Lifestyle Academy, and I am joined by my co-host, Jennifer Jurkofsky.
Hello. Yep, I'm Jennifer Jurkofsky. I'm with Twillo Lifestyle, and I'm also with My Holistic Self Counseling. And I'm excited to be here with you guys.
Yeah, so tonight we are going to be doing some readings, right? So we're going to be stepping into seeing if there's anything that people want. So we're going to go by first come, first serve kind of deal. Yes. So if you have a question, please go ahead and put it in the chat. If we get a whole lot of people, we'll go by donated ones first and then the others. Otherwise, just join us and put your question in the chat and let's see about what kind of fun we can have tonight. How's that?
I love it. I love it.
That's what we're going to do.
I love it.
So, first of all, how is everybody doing? Because it has been quite the energetic day.
It has been. Joys of full moon.
It is a full moon. So it's all about releasing, right? Releasing what no longer serves, all of that fun stuff.
Yes. And as true to, energies being a bit chaotic, I've been throwing my cards all over the place. I've been not being able to find them. I've been, it's been an interesting, it's been interesting. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, so we're doing some card reading tonight. So if anyone has any questions, please go ahead and put the question in the chat. And we'll...
All right.
We will go forward.
Yeah, good. And I'm noticing with our lives that they show up for whatever reason on my Facebook page as private. So this time we actually remembered to go in and change it.
I am going to check mine. Yes. Okay, good. We're good now. Good. Oh, I've been losing track of time. So this is interesting. I think that is something that is happening for many. It's like there's like this, I always joke about, having trouble with that time-space continuum. Because it is difficult, right? We're jumping timelines and all sorts of stuff. That's happening. So
it's been wild.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, feeling like time is passing, in different intervals, like faster, slower, whatever. Yeah, and thank you, Kaylee.
Beautiful. She said she loves her shirt. Welcome, Kaylee. Thank you for joining us. And I have your question here. So let's put that up. Might as well get started with that.
Oh, yeah.
So, excuse me, I have a little, frog in my throat. Let's see. What do we want to tell Kaylee about August? We have a few jumping out of the deck here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what I have for you, I have a few more, I think, but I'll start with these because, I'm feeling I need to pick a couple of others here. Maybe I better put them all together first. I'm not quite ready yet.
Well, I'll give her a little bit.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, so the first card that came out was Weather the Storms. And I know that can be like a, oh no, kind of card. But it says, let it change you. Embrace the unexpected. And, we've had this conversation before on Twillo about storms and the idea that, sometimes we love storms and sometimes we don't love storms. But being able to weather them, being able to ride them out, being able to understand the cleansing property that they have is so important. And the other card from that deck that came out was Wisdom Keeper. right? And a new perspective, right? So this is about studying and learning. This is about bringing in what you need to be able to weather that storm. I apologize for the dogs. They're supposed to be gone, but clearly they're not. And then I got Brigid, which is inner fire. So let your passion lead your purpose. Right? Really allowing what it is that brings you joy, that lights you up. Let that be what guides you to the learning. All right. And in all of it, as much as it is, this is such a cliche, just relax. Right?
Guess what? Everything's changing, but relax.
Right. Everything's going to go all over the place, but it is okay. Just relax. Right. And allowing space for that, energy, because this is the balance. And when we want to weather a storm, being able to find that balance is going to be so important. And taking time for yourself is what's going to give you the energy to get through it.
Yeah, for sure. And I have similar, of course. So, proceeding softly, my inner power grows in moments of quietude. So this is that, breathe.
I'm going to need to deal with that.
Sure. So proceeding softly. So making sure you take time to smell the flowers and drink the tea. Okay. Because there are some deeper insights at hand. So your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. So there's something that you really want to do, and it's actually something that you've been praying about, that you really want to have come about. But there are some other details. So it's just about like making sure that you're looking at all aspects, like all of the different parts of it, because there's some pieces there that you just need to make sure that you have a really good grasp on. And the other thing is it may involve some people, because you're going to be mending bridges. Okay. Now this card also, it says, I heal rifts, I'm a mender. So this is also about you being a healer. It's about you seeing both sides of a situation, right? And being that bridge. And I mean, I know how much you are capable of. So you're stepping into that shaman healer role where you're seeing all sides of things, and you're being that bridge between this and the spirit realm. And so that's really coming out. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. So, I think that's similar to one of your cards, right, Jen? Is with that. So just know you are on the right path, right? The path of healing is like, so we shared a meme between us this week about the path of healing, and it was a scene from a show. Who was it that was in that? Do you remember, Jen? It was one of the comedians, a physical comedian, and he slips down the side of a hill and rolls, and then he gets to a stage where he stops and he holds himself together and he pulls himself up, and then he trips again and he rolls down some more. So this is kind of like what the spiritual journey is like. So I feel like that's kind of what it is. That's what's coming to mind. Is you've got these like little things that you do have a little break, and then you start to roll down the hill again, right? But when you get to the bottom of the hill, it is super, there you go, weathering the storms. It's super rewarding, right? So even at those plateaus, it can be super rewarding. So your prayers are being answered. That's the next card. They're being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps not in the way you expect.
Isn't that always the way, though?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So, but you are going to be giving birth. Doesn't mean a child. Giving birth to a new idea, a new way of being, a new sense of peace, because there's a dove here. Okay. Ooh. So I'm bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. The other thing that's kind of fun, abundance card.
Oh, yay.
Prosperity is on its way. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges.
That's a good one.
It is. So that's what we've got for you, Kaylee. It is what we were talking about this week. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up.
I'm telling you, it's
You really can't.
can.
No. It just happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to say hello to a few other people here. We've got KK.
Hello.
Coming up. Oh, where are we here? Hello. Thank you so much for that. We have Hypnocity. Welcome. Good to have you. Great to have you here. And we have a few questions coming in. So let me just star these. Make sure I haven't missed anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And there we are. Good. So the next one is for Bianca.
Oh, awesome.
So welcome, Bianca. Hey, just looking for guidance on the upcoming months. Lots have been happening, so any insight would be appreciated. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yes. Yeah. Lots have been coming up.
Well, lots been happening, period.
Absolutely. Keep in mind the collective has been crazy too. So it's, we're not alone.
They're throwing them at me in chunks. I'm like, guys, just a couple. Just a couple.
A few. Just one or two. All right. Let's see.
I think I need the water too.
Oh, this is interesting. Mm-hmm. Did you can start whenever you're ready, Jen, or?
Yeah, I was using so I know we sometimes share the decks that we're using. I got the lid on backwards here, but I was using Rebecca Campbell, the Ancient Stones, and then I just use the water too. So I put the lid on backwards, but the healing water. So beautiful. I'm going to pull from that one too. Let's see what we've got here. Mm.
All right. I can probably go if you like. Do you want me to go next?
For it.
All right. What have we got here? Okay. So, Bianca, stand firm. That's your thing. Okay. You're in a period of growth. So we've got standing firm. We've got this growth is up here. All right. And this is about you standing, like being the king of your castle kind of thing, right? You're standing on top. You're holding your flag high. Oh, she's got a mountain one too. Perfect.
Just, you
can't make this stuff up. Okay. It says, I am noble, brave, and strong. So this is reminding you of how strong you are, right? You can stand in your power and be in your power. And they're asking you to do that because there is some change coming. But it's beautiful. Look how beautiful that card is. It's all about transition and change. Okay. And it says, I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. So these are my Archangel Michael deck. So when it says I, it's Michael. Okay. I mean, I'm happy to assist, but that's what the card's referring to. The next one is renewing your life. Mm-hmm. And you can see they're getting rid of clutter there. Radiant vitality is filling my life. So sometimes this is about letting go of some of our beliefs and some perspective. So it's about changing how we look at something in order to make a difference. All right. And some of that for you, my dear, is you're going to be hearing messages from spirit. I think you already are, but I think that's something that you're going to start to embrace a little more. So I am a clear channel for messages from spirit. Okay. So that may be the releasing self-doubt where that's concerned, to step into a little bit. Because I also got this one. making a difference. You see the mouth in the sky here, the lips in the sky. It's always like a spiritual conversation card for me, this one as well. Okay. And the hand coming down is like, you can make a difference for somebody who's in that emotional wave. That is something that you're able to do. So you're making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. So know that you are making that difference. Okay. And you are going to be coming into your power. Look, another one on the little rocks with power coming down. Look at that. So I step into my power boldly and confidently. So again, asking you to be in your own power. Step into that, okay? Trust in the divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you're on a path of growth. Okay, so, when we spoke about Kaylee and we were telling her about that meme, yeah, some of that is for you as well, although it feels a little bit less bumpy for you. Sorry, Kaylee. Because you're in the early stages, right? So when we get into the healing journey is like we start to pull out. I always look at it like we're pulling out our belief and we'll go, okay, is this belief serving me? Nope. Okay, get rid of that. And then we pull out another one. Is this one? Yeah, okay, I'm going to keep that one. And it's that process, right? Yeah. It's about getting to know yourself and stepping into that and embracing your life purpose, which is the next one. I'm guiding you towards your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. Yeah. Okay. So really feeling into what is your life purpose? What do you want to do? Shrugs, it is what it is. Sorry. And you have the abundance card as well. Mm-hmm. Okay. So when we step into our life purpose, we feel abundant, whether it's financial, whether it's love, whether it's abundance of soul tribe is what's the term was stuck, but it was soul tribe. Okay. Your tribe. Who is it that you want to hang out with? Those people that make you feel good. Those are the ones. Just like your life purpose. What is making you feel good? And do that. Mm-hmm. All right. Hope that's helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting, right? Like the first card you pulled and the first card I got was also be the mountain, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even just that you're on a mountain. It's be the mountain, right? It says slow and steady foundations, patience, right? Being that mountain. One, it's got an amazing vantage point, but two, it really does have that foundational piece to it. And so what it seems like, with what has been read so far and what I'm going to show you now, there is this kind of movement, and yet there has to be this firm foundation there for you to move from. And okay, movement, what does that look like? From these, I got singing stones. Right. And the singing stones, it says, transmit your vibration, use your voice. And that really is what this is about, is how do you use your voice to work on that transmission of vibration for yourself, but also how do you use that to just move yourself forward and move yourself in a direction that really feels correct for you. And so the next card I got when they said to do the Healing Waters deck was plunge, right? You need to go all in. And in order to go all in, you need to have that foundation, and you need to know that you can use your voice and that you're going to be able to speak your truth, because this is don't hold back. It's time, go for it, dive in. I have goosebumps everywhere. Like, it's really telling you it's okay. It's time. And what's really interesting is I got Paul the Venetian as the guide for you. And this is really about, it's the gifted one, right? And so the energy here, revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine, really allowing yourself to step into that place and knowing what is true for you. And it was interesting because I got have patience, right? And when we talk about, okay, what do I need to bring forward, right? It's a lotus. Lotus comes out of the mud. This is a bit of that piece of what we were talking about, before. And what came from that is knowing that you're enough. So I don't know if what's coming up is really challenging that for you, or if you're finding maybe that you question it, but you don't have to give any more. And you don't have to overexert yourself or bring too much of yourself out to the point where you're draining yourself and you're not allowing yourself to do what you need. And it is so interesting. I was told to use this other deck, and I haven't used it often, but it says personalities don't love, they want something, right? And so notice if you're being constantly pulled to give, where is that coming from? And is that something that you really need to even honor, right? Because that need might just be somebody else's stuff pulling that energy from you, and that's not meant for you. Right? So taking some time, taking a step back and really reflecting, right? Sacred pool, reflecting on what is important for you and holding space for that. And if you're able to be patient with, working through all of this, you're going to be able to use that voice. You're going to have that strong foundation, and that plunge is going to be so amazing when you're ready to take it.
Absolutely. So we hope that's helpful, Bianca. Great to have you. And we have a couple of other people to say hello to in between here. We have Bob Robert. I've gotten your question. Thank you. And we have a big hello to Brenda. Hey, Brenda. Thanks for joining us. And I got your message as well. And thank you, Mel, for joining us. Great to see you. And that last one hit you, did it? All right, cool. Sometimes the readings are for us as well, right? Often we get collective on here. Mel says, well said. Big help. Love you too. Lots of love. All right, so our next one is Hypnocity.
Yeah.
A reading about how to deal with my depression holistically. So I'm actually going to go to a different deck for this. A couple different decks, actually. So I'm going to start with one from the Archangel Raphael. And Jen's this is her thing. Because Jen, we didn't talk about what we do.
Right.
So
we didn't talk about what we do. Maybe we can do that while we're pulling cards.
We do stuff.
Kind of.
We both do energy healing of various types. Reiki, Nocti. I do aqua lead. You do aqua lead too, right? You learned aqua lead as well. And then we do Sekhem. And then you do Shambhala. So we do all sorts of different kinds of energy healing. I'm a Celtic Shamanic High Priestess myself. Sound healer and Crystal Master. Galactic Ambassador.
You're really going through them. This is good.
I don't know why. I just felt like I should tonight. So, Jen, how about you let people know what you're doing? Because I think it might be relevant for the question.
Well, I'm a registered psychotherapist, a certified Canadian counselor, and an intuitive coach. So that's the piece I think that you're alluding to there.
It is. I went on a long time about other stuff that really didn't need to be going on. But yes, that would be it. So I have picked some self-care cards, and I have picked some cards from Archangel Raphael, Hypnocity. So let's do that. All right. I have change physicians. And so what's coming to me is I would not give up your regular physician necessarily, especially if you like them. What I would do is add perhaps a naturopathic doctor to that to help you to get to some of the root causes. That's not to say get rid of any of the medical. We're never, I'm not telling you to change any of your medical advice. That is not what we're here for. All right. So this is really just for entertainment purposes only, right, folks? But change your doctor to me doesn't necessarily mean change your physician in terms of a different family doctor or whatever, but seek different ideas. All right. Jesus, the divine healer. So really stepping into faith over it. Do some prayer, do some meditation around it. And I'm not sure if you do any drinking, but I got sobriety. So thank you for adjusting my cravings in healthful directions so that I only desire life-affirming foods and beverages. So maybe just watch your diet around some of those things, right? Because sort of talking about cravings and that kind of thing. So, and for self-care, I got a bunch of self-care. It all came out. So connect with the earth. Of course, that's going to help, right? She's on a path there, so I would say go for walks. I'm not sure Jen's going to like this one, but look for fairies. If you work with fairies, you could look for fairies. I would say look for the magic in nature, because there are little people and fairies and gnomes and all sorts of things. Connect with your ancestors. Okay, so meditating and connecting with your ancestors. Go for a massage, because I feel like there might be some somatic release in massage for you. Make an altar. So step into your spiritual stuff, right? And ground yourself. So that's kind of that nature piece as well. Making sure that we're grounding ourselves and meditating. I really think those ones are going to be a big help in terms of, adding to what you might already be doing from your doctor.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Jen.
So I got a whole bunch here. And I started with one, but I don't feel like that's where I'm supposed to start with the reading. So what I got here is confusion is the only suffering, right? So what is going on is maybe there's actually too much of trying to fix something that doesn't necessarily need fixing. It needs understanding. And so what I got in the inner child deck is a time to remember. Right. And so there's something coming up here, looking back. And it's so funny, like that this card would come up, right? Because everybody's like, oh, a therapist, I have to go to my childhood. I don't believe that you have to dive into everything in your past in order to heal it. And yet that is what's coming up. And so there is something there for you that you need to be able to explore and maybe come to terms with in order to be able to move forward. Because I got burdens and attachments. Right. And so there's something that you're carrying that you don't need to be carrying. And what's coming up for me here is maybe you're also not, sorry, the computer did that. But maybe you're also not accepting help where you could be. Right. There's something that's there for you that you could be receiving support, but because maybe of some of this other stuff, you're not allowing that in as fully as it could be. And so recognizing that and at the same time, maybe there's something that you're holding on to that you don't want to let go of. And that attachment really needs to be released because as Tanys was saying earlier, we have these things and we at some point have to go, does this still serve me? Right. And if it doesn't serve us anymore, we do have to release it. And that can be so hard. And I know that can be really hard, but it is such an important piece of the process. And then I got weathering the storm, right? Being able to weather the storm, knowing that, we need to let it change. We need to let change happen. And the more that we resist that change, the more suffering we have. And so being able to embrace the unexpected, right? You're talking about holistically here and all of this, mind, body, spirit, we hold on, right? Spirit is often the first one that's willing to let go, right? And the mind and the body really, really struggle. So the energy rising, right? What is it that's really needed here? And you can see there's like Stonehenge in there, right? This is about vitality, confidence, power, and decisiveness. And decisiveness, again, right? We've got confusion being what's bringing in the suffering, that piece of scatteredness or not knowing where to go or what to tap into. And so for guidance, I actually got Baba G. I love Baba G. I love his
Nice.
energy. It's spiritual awakening. And so it's about interconnectedness and understanding our inner workings, right? So really taking the time to allow yourself to understand what's going on inside. Right? There's nothing wrong with you. You are experiencing something that is causing you pain. And the more that we allow that shift to happen from thinking I am depressed to I'm experiencing a sense of depression, right? There's this subtle shift that can happen when we are able to disconnect that. And when you do, I got the well, right? And it's the well maidens. This is kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. And I'm really feeling like that's what you need to bring home to yourself, right? To really bring that in and go, I'm okay. I can be kind, I can be loving, I can be compassionate to myself, even if I'm struggling with something in my life, whether it's, relationships, finances, work stuff, whatever, to be able to tap into that and honor yourself in it. And then I got the pink dolphin, which, we're talking about depression. We're talking about all this stuff that we kind of have to work through. And this is all about celebration and fun and unbridled joy and an open heart. And you know what? Like, yes, you've got this work to do. And yes, there's going to be things that you have to release and acceptance and help that you need to bring in. But you need to find your joy. And ultimately, that is the thing that is going to help you through this. Find that joy, find that passion, find that thing that lights you up, and then bring that in more and more. And when you find yourself navigating each of these different areas, bring yourself back to that joy. Let that be the foundation that you move from. And all of the rest of this is going to start to make sense and move forward.
Yeah.
Hope that helps.
Orange calcite. That's my recommendation for crystal. Okay. So working with some orange calcite would help support as well. A big hello to Pooja. Thanks for joining us. Hello. It's great to have you. I got your message or your question. Thank you. I want to just make sure that Bob Robert is still here, please. So we have his question next. Are you still here? Please just let us know in the chat.
Well, if we don't hear from him, we can do something like just a quick little.
Yeah, I do have a couple of cards for him anyway. So maybe if you check back, Bob, I'll because I pulled some cards for you anyway. So I guess we'll just go ahead and do it anyways, and you can check back.
Yep.
So what I have is for you, Bob, is pray from the heart. Prayer really can move mountains. So reach out to the divine and your heart's concerns with your heart's concerns and watch miracles unfold. Okay. So know that they are listening. And I feel like this may have something to do with either a change in job or a change in like moving house, something like that, because I got you're ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you've been contemplating. So there's something to do with some kind of change, whether it's career or whether it's more because of your career, that kind of thing. It's reminding you to renew your life, get rid of the clutter. Okay, this could be mental clutter as well as physical. And radiant vitality is filling my life. That's what it's saying for you there. You're launching a journey. And so that's a lot of fun. I am the intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. All right. Again, this could be a spiritual one, spiritual journey, because the next one I had was hearing messages from spirit. So I think that you do hear some messages, and this would be confirmation for that. It says, I'm a clear channel for messages from spirit. So I think perhaps this launching this journey may have something to do with a spiritual journey for you. Just being in the flow is going to help you with that. We've got the moon in this one. And so that moon is also related to intuition. So allowing yourself to be in flow, you'll be able to tap in to that intuition a little bit more. Okay. And it's time for you to step into the spotlight, right? Or this also is my card for downloads. for energetic downloads. So you're receiving some downloads, possibly some upgrades, which is going to help you with this spiritual journey. You have a message the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom, is what it says. So I think that the downloads that you're getting are wisdom, and you'll be inclined to share them over the years. All right, share your wisdom, but don't forget to play. It's time to play. Do that first. Okay, that's important. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. And I'm getting spend some time outside as well. All right. So hopefully you get that message.
It's so interesting. You've got the spend some time outside, and the guidance card that I got for you was Gaia.
Perfect.
Right? A resilient spirit, right? And it is earth connection, and staying rooted in and trusting. And so what's coming up is that you've got a soul mission that you're meant to be on. And this is the planetary wave card, and it's about trusting that inner call and finding your soul team. And I guess what comes up is like, you know the way to get there, but maybe something is blocking you from being able to trust that intuition. So really taking that step back, as Tana said, finding some fun and some joy to allow a release to happen. And it's so funny. I got a release card. I got the egg stone. Right? It's kind of like that birthing, right? There's a feminine power to this. There's an embodiment, there's a fertility, but there's a releasing, right? That happens with that energy. And so being able to have that release and to let go, but in the same process, practicing tenderness, right? You really need to step into that feminine energy place to bring some tenderness into your experience and to hold space so that this knowing that you have and this mission that you have can really come to fruition, right? So stepping into that energy and holding space for it, and really allowing it to release whatever it is that's blocking so that you can move into that in your journey. So hope that helps.
Awesome. Thank you. And our next one is Brenda. So if there's time, I would love a card, any message. What do I need to know from my guides? So I got a few things for you. So what have we got? You are protected. So Archangel Michael is with you. You are safe within Michael's bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. Okay, so you know that he's around. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Just learn from your experiences and keep going. Okay? So just proceed softly. Take the time. Smell the flowers. Drink the tea. Chamomile tea for you. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms that you didn't expect. So trust that they are being received and that you are receiving from angels, right? Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. So that's beautiful. Trust the guidance you're receiving. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. Michael is also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. So tap into that intuition, girl, right? You know you've got it. So just tap into that. And it says you're ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you've been contemplating. Right? So that one's coming up a lot. I guess we got a lot of changes coming up this month. This is like the second reading it came up in, second or third one. And then opening to love. My heart is open. Okay. So this is also about inspiration and creativity and passion because it's got the flames coming out of the heart. So tap into that passion. Where is that passion for you? Where does that come out? And tap into the joy, soaring into joy. Okay, childlike wonder fills my life. That's where you're going to find that. All right, that's where you find your passion. Follow the passion and you'll find the joy. So know that you are stepping into a bigger picture when you follow your intuition. Hope that's helpful. Hey, Patricia. Thanks for joining us.
It's interesting. I look at the cards that I got, and there's such they're not. Anyway, let's get into it. It's interesting. So I'm going to start over here, and I got get lost. But then I also got, you know the way. And it's so interesting, right? Because this idea of getting lost, this has fall deep into the realm of imagination. Allow yourself to lose yourself a little bit, right? And this is about getting out of the mind, right? Not trying to control everything, not trying to hold on to everything. And when we do that, when we hold space for that, you do begin to trust your intuition, right? And you do begin to recognize that you have power on this journey. And so it's interesting too, because I got rest deeply, right? Really take that time for yourself, but also use your power, right? And so there's this, like, again, this beautiful balance here, right? I'm going to lose myself, but I know how to find it. I'm going to rest, but I'm going to be really powerful in this process. And then I got the singing stones for you again as well. And it's interesting because I think this card came out in the previous one that you said, that resonates. So transmit your vibration and use your voice. And it really is about stepping into that vibrational energy. And I don't know, what came out with that as well was the hagstone. And what's really interesting here is it's a protection stone, right? And there's this idea of protection and energy shield and inner strength. And so maybe there is a fear of stepping into that, or maybe there's just some hesitation or something that's holding you back, but know that you are protected. And in order to kind of get there, you're going to have a little bit of a process and time in the healing lagoon, right? This is rejuvenation, recovery, time to heal. It's safe to stop. And I think that's where this rest deeply card comes in. We push and push and push. And I think sometimes we use our power, but we use it in ways that the mind dictates as opposed to the ways that the intuition dictates. And that can just get in the way and be exhausting. Right? So being able to rest deeply, allowing yourself to be in that healing lagoon, take a bath, go for a swim, whatever it is, use that water to cleanse and to rest and to rejuvenate. And then when I got, okay, who's with you on this journey? I got the Atlanteans, which is really, really cool because, again, we're going back to the singing stone and that voice and the vibrational energy. And the Atlanteans, it's all about evolution, vibration, right? So legacy, technology, progress, expect acceleration. And so this is coming in, and what they're really, really asking you, it sounds like from, all of this, is to trust. Right? And to really step into that trust, knowing that you can fully step into your authenticity, and you're going to be protected and you're going to be cared for. And and they're really looking forward to you doing it. I'm looking forward to you doing it and seeing how that plays out for you. So I hope that helps.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So sounds like a great one. So welcome, Patricia. As we mentioned, we have a couple of other people starred here for readings. So if you want a reading, please go ahead and put your question in the chat, and hopefully that will come up for us and we will see it. So Pooja, I hope you're still here. We do have a message for you in terms of your month of August. Oh, I guess it would be helpful if I put it on the screen. There we go. So Pooja, what do I have for you? I have put your creative energy into action. Archangel Gabriel joins Michael to spark your creativity and help you communicate your vision and motivate you to create something beautiful. So it's a very creative time in August for you. You may be going on vacation or launching a journey. So whether that is an inward journey, like a spiritual journey, or whether it is a physical vacation, it's one of those. And I think that, oh, you are here. That's wonderful. So are you planning a trip? Because this is definitely about a journey that's coming forward, okay? And if you're questioning it, listen to your heart. That came up. Okay, so really listen to that. The guides are there whispering to you, so trust them and allow that to come through. Being in the flow. So again, you've got your moon there, which is all about intuition and flowing. And I think that, looking at your emotions and how your emotions are giving you messages is going to be important for you, because the water here with the intuition. So our emotions play a role in our intuition. It's about your spiritual journey. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So really stepping into that, right? Being in the flow is where you're really going to find that you're more connected when we're in flow. Okay. Now I got a couple of things here about love. So a relationship you cherish will be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. So don't give up on love. This feels actually like a friendship as opposed to a friendship or a family. Like it's like a contemporary as opposed to romantic. And I got opening to love again. So, if it is romantic, like just be open to receiving. I feel like there's a bit of a wall there for you that you're not wanting to sort of step into that. Once bitten, twice shy is the thing that's coming through my head. So this can also be about creativity and bringing passion into your work as well. Because I have embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. So there's a lot of hearts going on here. So really looking into your heart and listening to your heart is really going to be important for you this month. So see, she's walking through that door there. There's going to be some kind of opportunity that comes up for you that you're going to step into. Okay. Don't forget to play, please. We've got to play. Have fun. You're working too hard, worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. So I think that you do an awful lot of work. You have a very full schedule. And so just make sure that you're leaving some time for you in there. All right. Because, like abundance is not going to be an issue. I got both abundance cards. Cultivating prosperity and welcoming abundance into your life. So the abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. Prosperity is on its way now. Have faith that source will heal your financial challenges. So again, abundance isn't always about money, but because you got the prosperity card as well, you've already planted those seeds. So it's going to come. I hope that's helpful. We certainly covered a lot of ground with that one.
Yeah.
Jen?
Well, and it's so interesting because, you're talking about all these love cards, and I got Kindle Love too. And what came with this, and as you were talking, because you're saying maybe it's not specifically romantic, is kindling love with yourself.
Yes.
Because I got 2 ask for help cards, then I got a let it go card, and we'll get into what each of these are. A do what you need to do card. And then I got 2 cards that are really about loving yourself. And so there is a lot here about self-love and knowing that it's okay. And so as we kind of go through this, I'm going to start with the do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. And this really goes with the let it go card. There's something that you're being asked to let go of, and this is going to really help you on your journey. It says release the past, forgive, soften, and move forward. And the other card that I got with that is ancestral messages. And so I don't even know if what it is you have to let go of is specifically right now, or if it's something that is really coming in through generations of something. Like there's a deepness to it. And I think that's why, I got, ask for help ancestrally, like bring that energy in. I got ask for help here. And then I also got the Hagstone again for you. You are protected. You can do this work. It's a beautiful process. And in doing it, you're going to feel freedom, right? This freedom is going to come through, and it says, I love myself, right? And the idea here is free me from self-torture, fill me with self-acceptance and worthiness, and may I allow and honor all my feelings, however they arise. And so part of this letting go is really allowing those feelings to flow. And then I got spirit, right? I am filled with light. And this is really about my whole being is filled with joy, energy, and beauty, right? And so really holding space for that. And who's here to guide you? I got Hilarion, right? Which is divine emergence. And so this releasing process is really going to help this emergence to come through for you. And this is about being seen and letting the world know your gifts. And so you've got a lot to bring forward. There's just this kind of process here of maybe loving yourself just a little bit more and caring for yourself, deeply, and really holding space for that as you move forward in your journey. So I hope that helps.
Beautiful. So she said she's going to meditate more, stay inside and listen to my heart. I don't know about staying inside. I kind of like the meditating outside idea. But see what happens.
Staying inside as opposed to letting all the other stuff.
That kind of inside, I agree with. Yes. And listen to the heart. Absolutely. And thank you so much.
Beautiful.
We're letting go of some family issues.
Mm-hmm.
Distract you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hypnocity. It's great to have you here. That's awesome. And so we have one more, which is going to bring us to our time.
Oh my, that goes so fast.
I don't know where the time went. It just flew. So it's so exciting. So will I be advancing in my current project this week? All right, Patricia.
They're throwing like half the deck at me.
They're excited because we haven't done this for a while, right? We only do it once. We do it once a month.
Oh my God! I got the Stone of Destiny. Okay, just keep going. I'm throwing a teaser out there. It's okay.
She likes that one. Pooja says, "Beautiful, Jennifer. Thank you for those messages, both of you. That helps. Oh, it's our pleasure. We're happy to help." So we do this once a month in the middle of the month. Okay. And if you guys are interested in a collective message, we do a collective message on here.
Yeah.
On YouTube, I should say. Some of you on YouTube, some of you on Facebook. But we do a collective message on YouTube, and then we do an extended on our membership site, our membership page.
22 cards for each month.
Mm-hmm. And the membership is free right now. So sign up while it's free. All right.
Oh my goodness, guys.
All right. So let's see. All right. Interesting. Okay. There's some things in here for you to look at, to consider.
I'm telling you, they're like throwing cards at me.
Oh my goodness.
There's like too many who want to get their message to you. Just so you know, just give us. There's like a lot. But I think there's a couple grabbing at them going, this one and this one and that one too. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Don't forget this one. Absolutely. Okay. So what have I got for you? Trust your intuition. Okay. It says, my life is truly guided. So you have the key to move forward with this. Okay. So trust your intuition. Be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and then let source take it from there. So ask if you need help, right? Our guides can only help if we ask. So they can only interfere, like they can't interfere unless we invite them to help. The other thing is you're going to have to see both sides of a situation. Okay, mending bridges. So there's something with this project that you're going to have to see both sides for it to go forward. Okay, you can do the bridge. You're the mender, so you're the mediator in this situation. So that's okay, but you're going to need to look at both sides clearly. Okay, and I do see, so they're drawing my attention to those leaves there. So I do think the fall is the timing. In the meantime, know that you have planted the seeds for this. Okay, seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. And there may be some knowledge. So there, increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. So you're going to be in for some teaching. So I think this is twofold. I think this is spiritual teaching as well as there's some information you're going to need to find about this project that you're talking about as well. Okay, so there's some reading, some other teaching that you need to, or some learning that you need to do, because some of it is about your spiritual growth as well. So cherishing self is another one. I accept and love myself, right? Give yourself the roses. Have a chocolate. Cherish yourself. Be good to you, right? I accept and love myself because you're worthy. Get your power back. You've forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take that power back. Stand in that power, all right? Stand in that power. And remember to play, kind of like we did yesterday. Remember to play. It's time to play, okay? You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. That's what we need to do. Okay, so that's what I have for you. So the project looks good, but there's going to be some things for you to do. Those are the roles that you're going to play, is that mediator role. Know that the seeds are already planted for the fall, and you're just going to need to be, there's a bit of reading that you might have to do just to make sure you're on point for that. But it looks positive. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Amazing. All right. Well, they were like throwing cards left, right, and center. So here we go. Where do we start, guys? All right, we're going to start with the sword, just because you know. All right, so it's the stone of destiny, right? And that's that sword, and you know, only the chosen was able to pull from that stone, that sword, right? And so it's about life path, ambition, passion, and it's a yes card, right? And this is the first card that came out when it was talking about advancing your project, and it is a yes, and it is a powerful, powerful yes. And then the card that came out with that is not forgotten. You're going to get the messages. You're going to get the guidance that you need to move it in the direction that it's meant to go. And clearly, there's a whole lot of energy around wanting to move it in that direction. So that's pretty incredible. What I got as a kind of, I want to say warning, but that's not even the word. It's like a thing to be mindful of. It's just I'll just read it. A thought is harmless until we believe it. It's not our thoughts, but our attachment to our thoughts that cause suffering. So notice that if you're in a place where you're holding on to some belief that you can't do it or that it's not going to go right, notice the power that has, right? Okay, so you're saying I'm blocked with that, and I guess that's with those messages. So notice that just that statement alone, I am blocked with that, right? That is a thought that can cause reality. And so our thoughts become reality, and that is an important piece to notice. And so it's interesting too, because I got be true to who you are, right? And this is fear will not stop you from shining. And so you can get so caught up in maybe what's going on or what you're afraid of. I got the risk and dare card. So maybe there's a risk that has to be taken and you're worried about what that's going to look like. But it's okay. I got let love guide you. Right? You've got this. I've got goosebumps everywhere. They're like, you've got this. Choose to see the good in the world today. Choose to see what is working out and what you do have available to you. There is a letting go that has to happen. And maybe that letting go is around this kind of fear that's coming up or this block that you think you have. But if you're able to let that go, that's going to soften and you're going to be able to move forward, right? And you need to do that with balance, right? Because you're going to, if you jump in too much, and I got rest deeply again for you. And so there is this piece of giver because it's all there for you, but take care of yourself along the way. Don't lose yourself in what it is that you have to bring forward. All of the resources are available to you. You don't have to strain yourself or run yourself ragged in order to get them. What you really need to do is be open, right? I'm open to it. I'm open to the guidance. I'm open to receiving the love that's coming in, right? I'm available. I'm open. That's going to allow you to have that balance. And then the other card that I got for you is the rainbow. And this is sweet relief, new beginnings, and a new way forward, right? So again, it's just confirming that this, whatever this is that you've got coming, that it's in the works and it's meant to happen. And I got two guides that came out. I got Ishtar, inner learnings, right? So there's going to be something coming in for you that you're going to learn about. And that's what Tanys was talking about earlier too, right? And this is about following your heart and that truth prevails. So really honoring your truth and your truth that you are connected and that you can get any message that is meant for you and receive it and move with that. And then I got Guru Ram Dass, and this is so cute. It's a miraculous moment. So there's this idea that harmony surrounds you and you can expect miracles. Like you don't have to continue to push. You need to rest. You need to take care of yourself, and you need to trust that everything is going to unfold the way that it's meant to. So hope that helps. That's what I got. That's what they were throwing at me with cards left, right, and center.
Beautiful. Yeah, we have one last message that came in while we were doing that. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that one. You can join me if you like, Jen, or I'll just do we're going to do a little short one. We are closed now for messages because we were only going to do an hour. Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So we'll do this one, and then that's it, though. We're closed, okay? And we're just going to do a quick one. So good to see you, Cheryl. Thank you for joining us. And I got open your heart. No one's perfect. Stop judging yourself and others, and let love heal the situation. Okay? So you're asking about your finances. So really stop judging yourself about the finances. It's going to come. You just have to step into that, okay? It's not quite the time. So I would say, maybe a little longer than the next few months. This is not divine right time to take action. Be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. Oh, I'm actually hearing that's like, there's like an opportunity that you're trying to decide about. And I think that it's not quite time for that opportunity, but there's going to be a good opportunity that's coming that's really going to help you to increase your knowledge. Okay. So there may be something that you need to learn to bring this opportunity along. So education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. So there's some learning to do. So that's why it's not quite time yet for this. So look at what it is you need to educate yourself about, because there's something there. And once you do that education, then you can welcome the abundance, because I did get an abundance card for you. So I would say yes, but learn what you need to learn about it first, because there's a lesson in all of this, as well as some book learning to do. Okay. So take a look for that first, and then it'll come in for you.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So I got a couple things here. I got the obstacle card. Right.
Yeah,
and the obstacle card comes in and it says, find another road, flexibility, change. And what's coming with that, I got the have courage card, right? So there's something that's coming up for you that maybe you're not sure you want to pursue, or you're not sure if it's correct for you. If there's obstacles getting in the way, have courage to try something new and something different. And the other card I got for you is boundaries. And I think there's something maybe around boundaries that is really coming up for you right now. May I feel entitled to say no to any situation that feels bad or wrong. Fill me with divine confidence to speak through me. And I think that is coming up, and what it feels like is that if you're able to move through setting those boundaries and holding space for you, then you're going to be able to see the beauty, right? And that is going to open doors for you, because this is gratitude and the sacred is everywhere. And it really is holding that space for what is possible, right? And then I got Michael and Faith as guides for you. And this is about spiritual calling, divine protection, and a breakthrough moment. And so what it feels like with this is that maybe you're pushing really hard for something that isn't actually what's meant for you in your path at this point in time. And maybe there is a need to kind of shift gears and allow that guidance to come in and have the courage to move through it. There's a letting go that has to happen in order for this process to take form. But then I got the rainbow again, right? This is about sweet relief, new beginnings, and a new way forward. And so it looks like there's a shift that has to happen. There's some boundaries that have to be laid. But in doing so, if you can have that courage to move yourself in a new direction, anything is possible.
Absolutely. Hope that's helpful, Cheryl. Good to see you. And that brings us to the end of our hour. Please make sure you subscribe and like and subscribe. And join us on twillowlifestyle.ca on the membership site. And we're looking forward to seeing you. We have something special happening tomorrow. Do you want to talk about that, Jen?
We do. So for those of you who know, or for those of you who don't, every Monday at 5 o'clock Eastern, Tanys and I do a live conversation. It is an authentic spiritual conversation about whatever the cards tell us to talk about that day. And we talk about the transits, and we talk about the Schumann and just the energies. And in that, we have these great conversations. Well, I got to say, it's crazy to believe that when Tanys first said, hey, let's go live with this, I went, are you kidding me? You want me to do lives? What are you talking about? I needed some of the messages that we got tonight, right? For myself. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we can do this. And so tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern, is our 100th live episode. So we're going to have special guests on with us, guests that we've had on in the past. We're bringing them all back. It's going to be a 6-panel, just authentic spiritual conversation chat. And so we would love to have you there if you're able to join us.
Yeah. Come and say hi. Stop in and say hi. We'll have people like Jacqueline Richards, the Wealthy Yogini. We'll have Ramsey Cheedy, who is a psychic medium. We'll have Jeff Pulver, who is a channel and also a business guru. And we'll have Gerald from Tarot Stash as well to come and join us. He's one of our monthly regulars. And Jen and I, of course. Yeah. So lots of fun. We're looking forward to that. And so come and join us. And we'll see you back here again next month for some more messages. And the other messages for August will be out on the site, 1st of August. All right. Yeah. So have an awesome week or an awesome month, everyone. Check back again when this is on next month. We'll talk to you soon.